rules. Um, I have people almost every single day when I am at showings that are telling me, hey, I've read on this online estimator that my payment will be X. I just had a conversation today. These folks said, I read on this particular website that this house is in the flood zone. And I just got to tell you guys, I think that those online estimators, they are fantastic. They're a great tool, but a terrible, terrible master. To give you guys a great example, if I had a headache and I decided to look up at WebMD to find out why exactly I have a headache and what is actually going on inside my head, it might be a really, like, honestly, it could give me some really, really terrible advice, or if I had a stomach thing going on, if I had something different, because it's trying to give an online estimator or something like WebMD is trying to give general advice, and you're a specific person. In the same way, a lot of online real estate estimators, they're trying to give general advice to the public, but we're looking at a specific property. So, great example, this property that I'm talking about today, that this person thought was in the flood zone, would have been in the flood zone prior to the levee system being built in the Williamsport Loyalsock area. So it has a specific designation. Technically, it is in the flood zone, but because of the particular designation that it has, it's in the flood zone, but it's rated like a completely different flood property because there's a physical man-made structure that's preventing a flood, a very expensive man-made structure. So if I was selling this house in 1971, those folks would be in trouble. But now that I'm selling it in 2026, totally different information. So this is why this is what I try to convey to my clients, is this is why you want a realtor in your corner, especially as a buyer. You want us to advocate. You want us to point you in the right direction of different folks that could give us different insights. You also want us to give you like market evaluations. If you have a buyer's agent, if you are represented by a buyer's agent, you're much more likely to to purchase a home effectively, also to keep you out of court, and then you're also much more likely to get to be able to purchase that house for a better price. We can evaluate we can evaluate the market. We can do a CMA for a buyer. We could do different strategic things to try to negotiate the price. Just this past year, I negotiated on one deal over $125,000 off of an asking price. Over $125,000. Now, had that person not been represented with a buyer's agent, would that have been the case? I'm not quite sure, but we were able to go back. We had a negotiation that lasted over a week. I came out the other end of that, and boom, they just closed on a home, moved across state lines, and they are back here with their family because we were able to negotiate a fantastic price for them. If you guys have any questions or any details that I could give you, I think another great example is just like, if you're just getting general advice from the internet, when it comes to something that's really, really, really specific, it's a very unstrategic way to go about things. I'm going to leave you guys with this anecdote. Here in 2026, we are this is maybe the most knowledge-rich generation that's ever existed on the face of planet Earth because of what I'm doing right now. We live in a digital age, so information travels very, 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 very fast. However, it is very important for us to understand that there is a distinct difference between knowledge and wisdom. And the difference between knowledge and wisdom is having somebody that has experience and can give you discernment and insight into your specific situation so we can build a strategy that's specific.